Hello, welcome to SMD Viewpoints. I am the M in SMD, Karen, and we have the S who is,
Kimberly Sims. What's up, everybody?
and we also have today the D, which who is.
Jacqueline White.
Hello and welcome everyone. Today we're going to be talking, today is International Women's Day, and today we're going to talk about what woman or ladies or women have inspired us, who may, whether it be locally, whether it be personally, and whether it be a celebrity or what have you. Today we're just going to talk about us as women. Okay, ladies, so let's see. Let me start off first. Who has been inspiring to me? As I think about it and I sit here and we discuss this, I think about all you women who were single moms having to raise children without the fathers in the home. So I think about you guys, you ladies who had the chance to have done it, and I think that it's awesome, and you guys are very inspiring. And also think about, it brings me back to my mom, who was a single mom who raised us. And so that makes me think about single moms. You ladies are very inspiring, and I can just think about my mom. However she did it, she made it happen. She made it work with what she had, and I admire her. But I just appreciate you guys taking the time out just to love on your kids, do whatever you have to do, and a lot of times a male may not have been there, the dads may not have been there, father may not have been there. But right now, I'm just want to congratulate you guys for doing it.
Yay.
Now, I just have to say, now, coming from a single mom, I just didn't want that. I mean, I appreciate my sisters who are single moms as well, because they're doing a thing. But I just chose the path that I just wanted to have help. I just wanted to do it with help. And I appreciate that. But I just wanted to say congratulations to you women and who are single moms. You've done a great job and keep on doing it.
Why, thank you.
So how are you feeling today? Who's inspiring to you?
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off that for just 1 second. My mom has been real inspirational to me, but just piggying back off what you said as single moms, one of my, your parents, you kind of expect for them to be your inspiration. But one of my girlfriends who was a single mother, her name is Tanya Lori. And the one thing that I learned from her as a single parent was that kids didn't ask to be here. Mm-hmm. And so that means that you have to take time with your kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They didn't ask to be here. Mm-hmm. They don't know what it means that you got to go to work and then you come home and you tired and you don't feel like doing nothing. They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't understand that because they didn't ask to be here. And they're kids, and they're not going to understand until they get grown enough to probably have kids, and then they'll understand. So I think as being a single parent, that was one of the things that I learned from a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? Besides, like my mother, my grandmother, older women or elderly women that I knew, that was someone that was, just a couple years older than me, and she had, her kids, and that was just her model. Kids didn't have to be here. So regardless of whether or not she got off work and she was dirt tired, she still took them kids to be in programs. She still took them to the movie. She still went outside and played basketball with her son. She still spent time with her daughter and done things. So that was just real inspirational to me as a single mother, to see one of my friends do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So shout out to Tanya. Hey, Tanya.
Hey, Tanya. That's my big sis. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jackie, your turn. Who has inspired you?
Actually, I want to say two ladies in my life, and that would be both my daughters, Savannah and Jasmine. Mm-hmm. Savannah is my youngest daughter. And when I tell you that she's gone through a lot. When my mom, a lot of people know that my mom passed away about 2 years ago. And Savannah took on the, I'm going to say privilege. She took on that privilege. She took on the taking my mom to the doctors, taking my mom to, all her appointments, because my mom was diagnosed with lung cancer, stage 4 lung cancer. And Savannah was right there. No questions asked. No, no, oh, I'm tired. She had a job. Fortunately, she was working from home because of during the COVID, but she got up and she took my mom wherever she needed to be. She made sure that my mom took her medication, and she promised my mom that she would go back and get her master's degree. And right after my mom passed, she applied and got denied because, she was still going through a lot. But a month ago, she called me so ecstatic, so happy. Mom, I did it. I got accepted into the clinical social work program, master's program at Michigan State University. Now, I'm going to digress because me and her both really are Michigan fans, but I guess I'm going to start saying go green, I guess. Now,
Right.
Congratulations. Right.
Yeah, I am so proud of her. She did it. And the second one is my other daughter, my oldest daughter, Jasmine. Now, I'm going to say this because she has been well known to say that mental illness, you shouldn't be ashamed of it. She was diagnosed with bipolarism in 2018. She had a mental breakdown, where she wound up in the hospital. And it was touch and go there for a while. She felt like she didn't want to be here. She had 2 boys, my grandsons, so it was a lot touch and go. But she pulled herself out of that. Good. She didn't take her medication. She started doing other things like yoga and, other things to help her out with that. And I'm here to say now that she just got a job working for the IRS.
Okay.
She's moving
Congratulations.
she's moving to a better place in Texas. Bought her a brand new car. I'm a little bit jealous about that because she bought her a brand new 2022 Nissan Altima, custom made. So for her from 2018 until now to go from here to all the way back up here, I'm so proud of her, and I want them to know Savannah and Mama is proud. Mama is proud.
As
That's
mama
wonderful.
should be. Yeah.
Yep, she should be.
Yeah. So that's why I say that.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you.
Very much awesome. Congratulations, ladies. Y'all young ladies now. Congratulations.
Right, they grown.
They grown.
Look, see, Jackie always telling my business on what's your face. I'm gonna tell about that time she had Jasmine sitting over by that stove letting grease get popped on. I was like, you don't know the baby, what you But in her defense, she was a new mom and she didn't know she was that close. Because we don't want to go to jail, like I keep saying, especially for stuff 20 and 30 and 50 years ago. But yes, I remember those ladies when they were just babies. That's one thing.
Yeah. But Women's Day, I want to say a little bit of something how Women's Day got started. So in 1909, women in New York started demanding less hours because they were always working, and they started demanding more pay, equal pay as far, to the men, because they were doing just as much work, as the men.
And so they still hollering equal pay.
Equal pay.
To this day.
So it was 15,000 women in New York that got in the streets of New York to start demanding these things. And so they coined that National Women's Day. And then it caught on to other countries. So in 1911, it went to International Women's Day. And a lot of the countries celebrated, like China. They said China, the men in China give their women flowers and candy, just like Valentine's Day.
I was just going to say, just like Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but on that International Women's Day, which they coined it March the 8th, like today. And like in Argentina, women get half day off of work.
Mm.
We need to, kind of all get
Right,
together and
right.
demand this.
US need to step it up.
Yeah, step it up.
The US
Give
need
us
to
a
step
whole
it
day.
up. Sound like right.
Yeah,
Since
that
we
would have
started the
been
movement.
nice.
Yeah, because I feel like
Right.
women are the backbone, and not to take away
Most
anything from men,
definitely.
you
Not
know,
at all.
but I do believe that women are
Right.
the backbone,
Mhm.
of
Mhm.
society.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
we are. Yep.
yeah.
And
Most
and
definitely.
and and that's why God created Adam a helpmate. So,
Mhm.
and that will be us, the women. We are to
Right.
help, and,
Right.
we do a lot of things. If you look at the virtuous woman and Proverbs 31 woman, I mean, she did everything. She
Mhm.
got up, took care of her family. She even
Right.
worked in the field. She even sold.
Mhm.
She was a businesswoman, but she still took care of her
Right.
family, and they respected her and loved her. We are the backbone. Yeah,
Mhm. Most
we
definitely.
do a lot and take on a lot,
Mhm.
and as I had stated, with you women being single moms or what have you for a time or two,
Mhm.
we do that and keep on
Right.
doing. And your daughter for being strong to go through what she's doing and still raising her children, her young men. So,
Mhm.
Right.
that's a good thing. But yeah, we were created to be helpmates, and we tend to
Right.
do that a lot. We tend to do that a lot.
Mhm.
We help out each other, we help out our children. We
Mhm.
are the backbone. We sit back there
Right.
and yeah, our men can't do this by themselves. This country
No,
wasn't
they
built by
can't.
themselves. No, they need
Right.
us, whether they
They
realize
yeah,
it or not.
right, whether they want to or not, but yes,
Yeah,
they
they
do.
need us. Yeah,
Yes,
They
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 do.
need us.
do.
And we need them too.
Right, most
We need
definitely.
them too. Yeah, we need them too.
Mhm.
But our role, we were born to be helpers, helpmates.
Right.
So yeah,
Mhm.
we need to move along.
Right.
So as we've talked about our family and personally and um is there anybody else who inspire you outside of that realm? Anybody you want to reach to? And I can just say I've always wanted to be a broadcaster or news journalist. And so
Mhm.
for me, growing up, that would have been Oprah. Oprah was
Mhm.
my she is be it all. That's who I wanted to be.
Right, right.
Now I'm trying to strive to be as money wise as her. So she got
Right,
another level
exactly.
Right.
forward
Right.
just being on
Right.
doing this. I'm able to speak
Mhm.
out, talk. Um, this helped out a lot. This is part of the dream. But now the next thing is to find this money that she has, figure out how to make money
Mhm.
so I can
Mhm.
live comfortably as she does now. So she
Right.
still is an inspiration. So Oprah Winfrey still is inspiration. And
Mhm.
one day, yeah, I'm gonna be able to sit back and say, hey, I'm just chilling. I ain't got to worry about nothing. I ain't living from paycheck to paycheck. I still believe in that and trust in
Mhm.
God to give me the ideas to move that
Amen.
forward. So
Right.
anybody else who outside of our family inspire you, Jackie?
Yeah. I could, you know what? I would say in the celebrity world, I would say Angela Bassett.
Mm-hmm.
She went from being, Stella trying to get a groove back, and I know they were all
Mhm.
roles in Hollywood and
Right.
everything,
Mhm.
but still, I think she's an awesome actress, Stella.
Mhm.
Then she getting her butt beat, and what's love got to do with it, and then
Mhm.
Michael Jackson's mom. So she played all these
Right.
characters,
Mhm.
and she embodied these roles,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
for
they were
her,
all strong women.
and they were all strong women. The mother of
Mhm.
Wakanda,
Yeah, the
so
queen, yes.
the queen,
Queen.
so
Mm-hmm.
she embodied all these roles, and they were all strong women. And
Mm-hmm.
how old is she? And she looks hella good to be the
Right.
age that
Right.
Mm-hmm.
she is,
Right.
Right.
you know. And I believe, yeah, if I was ever, you know, ever wanted to meet her, if I ever wanted to meet a celebrity, she would be
Mhm.
one that I would, and not just because of her celebrity status, just because, just of who she is. And I do have one more lady that inspires me, and that would be Ronnie DeVoe's wife. From
You inspired to be running the vote.
I'm just saying.
Oh God. Right.
I'm
You
just saying.
inspired to be her just to take her man. Which one?
Hey, you know what I'm saying? She better watch out
Oh my
because
goodness.
I'll be at their concert in a couple of weeks, so she better watch out.
Right. That's funny.
That's good. That's good.
Right. So I'm gonna digress just a little bit and go back to who personally, as far as like family member or friends, inspired me as women. I don't know, you all can't see them, but those 3 pictures back there are of my grandmother, may she rest in peace, my mother, and my aunt. And I think they are just the strongest women I have ever had the privilege to encounter in my life.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother was a nanny for many of years because, back then they weren't really giving, women jobs. You were either a nanny or, a cook or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when the lady that she was caring for, the kids that she was watching, when they got older, they got basically grown, the lady told her that, she was going to have to cut her hours. And, so the kids were gone. So that meant she was going to have to start doing housework. My grandmother looked, she was like, no, she quit. And at 50 something years old, my grandmother became a real estate agent.
Mm-hmm.
50 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She had to take the test 3 times, but she passed it and she became a real estate agent. And she was one of their top sellers. And she passed at 90. She sold up until she was about 83 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow, when I just think about how, and I used to see her, go calling people, and back then they didn't have where you can do everything on the internet. You had to go to the house and you had to let the people in, you had to walk them through, and then you had to go through the purchase agreement and then find out that people couldn't afford it. So, you had to do all that legwork. The thing now, you got to get pre-approved. Half the work is done for them now, but not, when my grandmother was growing up. The other lady, my mother, just, it seemed like, and she was a lot like my grandmother. She was a lot more or less vocal than my grandmother, but when she said something, she meant it, and
who was less vocal?
My mother, believe it or not, yeah. Everybody used to be, yeah. Everybody used to be, you ain't nothing like your mama, because I'm vocal. I got something to say, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna say it. My mother, she's vocal, but only if provoked. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like me. She ain't finna just go off or just blur out. She gonna wait a minute, and then she gonna put you in your place. Me, I'm straightforward. I was like my grandmother. We just go in. My mother, a lot more subtle compared to us. But she also was the housing commissioner, and she started the Flint citywide choir. And all of this she done basically in her 50s, almost 60 years old. And then my aunt worked in the shop back when, she got in, back when women weren't, starting to all get in the shop, so she can hang with the best of them. Her driving used to scare me a little bit because she drove like she weaving in and out of traffic, but she would get you there, but she be weaving in and out of traffic. And then she and my grandmother both were soloists. They used to sing all the time, and my mother was a director. So I just had all these positive role models growing up that were related to me. So I thank God every day, for that, and for placing those women, in my life. And as far as a local or somebody else other than a friend, other than family, there's a young lady that's running for the 69th District State representative here in Michigan, in Flint, Michigan. Her name is Kenyatta Dawson. And if anybody knows Kenyatta, she is for Flint. She is all Flint, and she just wants to see Flint grow and change and to stop the violence. And she's a real inspiration. That's the first time I've ever really known anybody that's going towards the political realm and, just real into community and trying to get everybody on the same page to help Flint. So shouts out to Kenyatta Dotson, who again is running for the 69th district state representative.
Okay, shout out Kenyatta. Okay. All right. I want to kind of piggyback on a little bit on what Kim is talking about.
We have about 9 minutes to piggybacking.
Okay. I just want to kind of piggyback. Like when she's talking about her mom and her grandmother and aunt, I feel the same way about my mom. During her last year, she battled cancer like a G. She said cancer wasn't going to get her, but she took it by the horns, and she was like, you know what, if it's my time, it's my time. But she battled it like a G, and I thank God every day for that woman in my life. I thank God every day. She raised me as a single mom. She raised me as a single mom. We had to move from here to here to there because money was tight. Money was tight, but she made sure I had what I needed, not necessarily what I wanted, but what I
right.
But what I needed to do in her last couple of years, I made sure that she was able to travel and do all those things that she wanted to do, and may she rest in peace. I'm about to cry. Yeah, but yeah, she's one of the most inspirational women in my life. So.
Good.
Miss Bernice. Jacqueline.
Hey, get off my mom. Get off my mom.
Yep. That was all good. Yep. Shout out to our moms, our single moms who held it down. Yep. And may my mom is in heaven too. May they rest in peace, and may they continue to be proud of us. And as we've heard tonight, that life still begins at 50. So we can keep going on, change career,
keep going on, right?
Do whatever we need to do. As women, we have some inspiring women to let us know that, hey, as long as we're alive, we can still go on forward. Even if mom is sick, still moving forward. Because my mother in her sickness was still trying to make sure everybody was saved.
Right.
That was my mama thing. Make
sure
sure you're saved.
Yeah.
So as we appreciate the women that we have in our lives, happy International Day to my two cohorts. The S in SMD, the single, the divorcee, the D, and me, the M in SMD Viewpoints. Thank you for listening, for watching. Please give us any comments, any updates. Who has inspired you? What woman in your life has inspired you? Let us know. Comment.
Right. And quickly, really a shout out needs to go to you, because you actually did it right. I mean, not saying that anybody else did it wrong, but you did it right. You waited. You ended up finding your Boaz. You got married, and you had somebody to help you marry your kids. And believe it or not, that is to me, seems like to be the hardest thing to happen, is to make it go the way it's supposed to go. So to be able to do that, and to really trust in God and allowing Him to, flow through you to get to that part is aptitude to your character as well.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It was all God. It was that's definitely God. That's who keeping this going too, because it's coming up on 25 years. But I appreciate him. But yeah. But I'm his helpmate. So that's what I was created to do. But But thank you, ladies. This has been a great session. I'm glad we were able to do this, y'all. Come back, like us. You need to watch this, you guys. Give us some feedback. We need feedback. Look at on Facebook. We're doing more content daily. So please chat with us or what have you. And we'll be talking to you soon. Peace.
Peace out, everybody.
Uh-huh.